Hey guys, and welcome back to ZRZ. In this video we're going to be checking out this new PS4 Slim controller and comparing it to the old standard PS4 controller because there are some differences between the two, so we'll be going through that in this video. But also we're going to be opening this up, dissecting this PS4 Slim controller and seeing what the internals are like. And that's mainly because obviously you've seen this new PS4 Slim controller has a light bar on the touchpad, which shows the same light as the back of the controller, and a lot of people are worried that this is going to waste more battery because there's a new light sucking the life out of the battery. But I honestly don't think that's true. I think it's just been fed through so that the light from the light bar is just leaking through to the top of the touchpad. But we're going to open it up so that you don't have to worry about whether this new light bar is going to waste your battery or anything like that. So we'll check that out in a second, but first, comparing the two controllers, the main differences that you can see straight away are the analog sticks and the buttons on the Slim controller are actually quite grey, like they have a grey colour to them. As you can see, even the triggers at the back there, they're very grey, and the old standard PS4 controller has fully black buttons and black analogs and black triggers, and it just looks way more stealthy, as you can see. So I'm not sure why they did that. I guess the buttons pop out a little bit more on this one, but I personally prefer the black on the old one. It looks really cool. And also, as you can see, this is an old controller. It has a glossy finish around the buttons, so that's like really fingerprinty and gets scratched up. The new controller, the new PS4 Slim one, doesn't have a glossy finish. It's a matte finish, which actually feels way better, and it doesn't get all fingerprinty, so that's quite nice. Other than that, for the way it looks, there's not really much difference. I guess the back plate is slightly more grey as well compared to the old one, but not too much. But yeah, other than that, there's not really much difference to the way it looks compared to the old one. But obviously the light bar on top of the touchpad is the major improvement, you would say. Some people don't like the idea of it because it's going to be too bright and things like that. It's not very bright. I don't think it's going to blind you when you're playing games at night. But yeah, that's the new feature. Obviously this one is the old one, doesn't have it. That's the Slim one. But let's open this PS4 Slim controller and have a look whether this is a separate light or not. So opening up the PS4 Slim controller should open up the same way. 4 screws at the back. Alright, so I got the 4 screws out of the back. This is always quite hard the first time you open up a controller. It actually feels like I'm going to break it, but there we are. Snapped it up. That didn't break, even though it sounds like it. It's always difficult the first time you open up this controller. But alright, let's flip this over without breaking anything. Okay, we have a ribbon connector as usual. I'll take that one out. And something is stuck. Okay, there we are. You can see right there is some light feeding material, plastic, feeds up into the top of the controller like that, and then there's a little gap on this part of the motherboard there, which allows the light to feed through into the touchpad. Right, you might be able to see here, this is a bit of a close-up. You can see there's that opening there to allow the light to be fed through into the touchpad. You can see there's just a sort of a clear opening in the touchpad. You can see the color of my finger behind it, so it's just a window to let the original light bar to feed through into the touchpad. The battery is the same capacity as the old one, so no issues there. It won't be wasting any more battery, so I wouldn't worry. Alright, so I just rebuilt the back part of the PS4 Slim controller because it all sort of fell apart when I first opened it, but I've put it back together now, and you can see how that works. The light is fed up from the light bar up to the top there, and this is the connector. I'll just show you. I'll plug it in, press the button, and we can see how it works. Alright, so I've plugged in the light bar connector, and I'll just press the button, and you can see how that's sort of glowing up there, up to the top, and this slots into the back of the touchpad because there's a slight opening there, like a sort of window for it, and then that lights up at the top like so. So that's how it works. There is no extra LED or anything like that. It's all just fed up from the original light bar. So that's how it works. I also just opened up a standard PS4 controller already, just to show you guys the difference between the internals. this is what it looks like. I mean, it looks slightly different. The motherboard is green on the newer one, and it's a slightly different layout. The chipboard is actually way smaller as well. As you can see, this extends out all the way to the end, whereas the PS4 Slim one is actually just cut off, just sort of where the vibration motors are placed. So it's a lot smaller, I'm guessing way more efficient. So that's probably cheaper for them to manufacture. But all the connectors are there, battery connectors there, it's the same. Light bar connector looks the same as well, just different placement. Nothing majorly different on the inside, just a slightly smaller motherboard by the looks of it. So nothing to worry about. Your battery life's going to be the same. It might still be a bit shit, but that's fine, as long as we're not draining even more battery than before. So hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to clean up this mess, so definitely stay tuned for more videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.